Okay, so first, this is not a podcast. It's just going to be a short conversation between me and my guy. We're going to be talking about how we locked in some time back. So in 20, firstly, this is Awodia Latubosun. He's an expert designer, pro designer. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Bosun. About me, I'm a product designer with 5 years of experience. I design for startups, design for digital experiences, and that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, so me and Bosun have been friends for like a very, very long time. And sometime in 2022, we decided
22
to
or 23?
2022,
Oh, really? That long?
2023. Oh
Mm,
yes, 2023, yeah,
2023.
2023, yes. We decided to lock in, and at the end of what we did, I got an offer from UNHCR. He got an offer, a product design role at a company based in the US. Yes, so we can say what we did was a success, and we're going to share the blueprints of how we went about it and how you can also go about it. We're still in our early 20s, so this will work for you if you're trying to, get to the next phase of your life, trying to scale or trying to just, be a better version of yourself. So I think Bosun can discuss on how we went about it, what brought the whole process, and how
Okay.
did that happen.
What inspired the locking of 2023? I think first of all it was experimentation. Like wanted to experiment with results, right? Like what can we do with just locking in. So first of all, we all know what locking means, right? Is you just putting out all the noise and just focusing on what you want to achieve, really, right? So we wanted to experiment with it and see like what we can get, right? I mean, there were some results that we were both expecting at the time as part. So we don't they see some things now, right? So we decided to okay, let's come up with a plan and let's try to see this through.
Yeah, that was the first thing. I think at that time I was jobless. I got laid off from my job and I was looking for a new place to work, and I just couldn't concentrate, and I was trying to, pressure myself to just, keep pushing. And I think you're also looking for a
Yeah, in
job,
Euro at that
a
time
new
too.
role at that
Yeah,
time
yeah.
exactly. So I was like, we both have the same goals. Let's just create a system where before the end of a particular time period
Yeah,
we're
that's
going
true.
to get our goals. And I think one of the things that we did was that we were very intentional about it. We had clear goals, which was to get a job or a
Mm-hmm.
role. And we were not really, as much as we had clear goals, we were not really focused on the
The goals,
job
but yeah,
itself. Yes,
yeah.
we're focused on just following a system where we were sure that if we do this, if we follow this routine, actually, we could be better versions of ourselves, both skill wise, both career wise, both on the personal level. And what do you think? Is that
Yeah, I
how
think
we went about it?
one of the things that people should realize is that you can't always control results, right? But one thing is you can control your inputs and like increasing your surface area, basically. So like we had goals genuinely, right? But I don't think we even achieved all of them, right?
You
I
just
don't
got
think
one and
exactly
it's a wrap.
like I think when we got the most paramount ones, we just oh we don't do Jerry.
Yeah.
So I think you can't really control results, right? But one thing you can control is your effort, what you put into. So that was like our biggest motivation for the locking. So we are focusing on systems, like what do we do better, right? What are the things we focus on? What are the things we do away with, right? How do we work towards those goals? Okay, these goals are set. How do we get to them, right? And how do we like maintain consistency throughout the entire period? How do we not get distracted? How do we not? Because the short matter is this: when you are locking in, right, you do away with some things. So those things that you do away with, your body tries to find a replacement for those things. So like, how do we not fall back into the loop? You get that kind of thing. So yeah, I think those are the things that we pretty much focused on during that period.
Yeah, so to give a step-by-step approach how I went about it, I think first was we had a clear calendar. So I
Yeah.
remember I think we have different ways we did beat that one, but like
Mm-hmm.
mine was I had a clear calendar. So every day, every every item for that day was marked. Like for example, I will say on my calendar, I'll have a calendar that says you wake up between 8 to 10. When you wake up, you read first. When you finish reading, you get breakfast. Like it was that tailored, and
Yeah.
that was one thing that made me consistent in one of the things I was doing. And I remember the goal was to get a job for me. So as I was applying, I was also reading and also like learning new knowledge. And that was one thing also helped me in my interviews because I had fresh knowledge of what I know or what is in my CV. I was able to, easily pass that knowledge across to my interviewers and also in any application I'm going for. So that's one thing that I did. So I was learning at the same time. I was also, applying and chasing, results. What's other
Yeah, I think for me during that period, we agreed we had a time frame where we wanted to look. I think it was for 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, we just
Yes.
like, oh, for 3 months, let's just try and do this thing, just block out everything, right? Not the important things. Family relationships were still very. Don't do that. Don't do that toxic locking, right?
Yeah.
But social media, movies, stuff like that, entertainment, and all those kind of things. We just toned it down. Then I started applying to jobs. Like I think that was the period where I applied to the most jobs ever in my career, and I'm not
Yeah.
even joking. Like I was sending nothing less than 20 to 30 applications a day, really, right? It was uh, copy and paste. I mean, I could have done it better, but I was just doing it as per I guess achieve this thing,
Yeah.
right? And what else? I think beyond the job, I think I just needed to advance as a person, be more knowledgeable, right? So I bought books that period. I books to read
Yeah.
because
True.
I needed something to replace social media with, right? I got back my hobby for reading during that period.